待に応えてみせる。本気で取りに行くよ。
I literally just watched Boku no Hero Academia Heroes Rising last night, and holy motherfucking shit, it is so fucking good. Let's just do the makeup before I get distracted. So I'm gonna start off with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I'm gonna get a nice big glob of that and then put that all over my face. What a great movie. Like, the last movie that they released, Two Heroes, that was adorable. It was cute, it was fillery, but like in like the best way. Like, I loved it. It was adorable. But this film was a movie. A movie. Oh my god. The animation, like, ooh, Bones, y'all did good. Like, sometimes I have a bone to pick with you because y'all be making my boy Bako look a bit too gremlin-like. I know he's a gremlin, but y'all make him too gremlin-like. Also for foundation, I'll be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation in the shade 290. But yeah, I would 10 out of 10 recommend this movie because it was just so freaking good. You don't have to watch all the seasons to watch the movie, however, you will get certain things spoiled for you. Not loads of things, but certain things, like, it's spoilery, so I would recommend watching it all, but if you didn't, it's still fine. Because one of my best friends has literally just seen season 1 and she thoroughly enjoyed it, even though she was spoiled. She was just like, oh, I still love and I still live. At one point, I knew something big was gonna happen because, like, it wasn't really spoiled online, but like there was this one clip that was posted on the internet. I tried to avoid it like the plague, but it was just too hard to avoid. And when I just saw that one freeze frame, I knew it was gonna be like, ooh, and lo and behold, when it happened, when this moment happened, because I wasn't sure when this moment was gonna happen, when it happened, I literally like curled up into a ball, my hands on the side of my head, and I was just crying. Like, I couldn't even control my tears. It was just like, I was just so happy and so proud and so excited. The tears were just coming out. They were coming out. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't take tissue with me. I was so dumb, but thankfully my best friends had tissue on me. So they literally, like, when they saw me crying like crazy, they were just like throwing the tissue at me, and I was like trying to dab my face. Anyway, now it's time for some concealer. I'll be using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Sand. And I'm just going to be putting that just a little bit under my eyes here, like so. A little bit on my forehead, down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin. With this concealer, a little bit goes a long way, so you really don't need a lot. And on top of that, this shit dries real fast. So like, you have to work quickly or else you're gonna have like these random dry patches. But yeah, I'm sorry this tutorial is turning into like a chatty video. I did not plan it at all. I originally thought I was just gonna do a voiceover and just do the makeup, but I just needed someone to talk to it about, someone to talk to about it, because although I talked to my best friends about it, I need more. I need to talk about it more. And when I came back after the movie, Tal had already gone to bed, so I couldn't even tell him. Like, Tal watches anime, but he hasn't watched this yet. I've been nagging him for like a real long time to watch it. But you know what? At this point, I'm like, you know what? Screw you. Like, if you don't want to enjoy one of the best animes right now, then you do you, boo, okay? You do you. Anyway, I'm gonna go into a little bit more concealer because my under eyes are like, they be coming through, honey. So I'm just gonna do a tiny little bit more. I feel like my under eyes are looking a bit too bright now, so I'm just gonna add a dot of concealer right there. I will be covering up some of this with blush, so it's not too bad, but I just want to seem a bit more even on the face. Boom, I think that, oh fuck me. That's probably the bad thing about this concealer, it likes to leak everywhere. I don't know why. Like, I love the concealer, it's great. It's great for when you want like something full coverage that will stay all day, but I don't know what's wrong with this packaging, or maybe it's just mine, but all of mine just like to leak. Anyway, now it's time for some bronzing, so I'll be using the Revolution Foundation Stick in the shade F14. And I'm just gonna put it here, and a little bit on my forehead, and down here. Why not? Also, I should have done this earlier, but I'm just gonna fold this over because I don't want to get foundation on it. I feel like I already have, but let's try and save it. And I'm just gonna blend that out using a nice fluffy soft brush. But anyway, back to the movie. I was so excited to see Hawks animated. finally, because like I read the manga and I'm caught up with it, so like oof, I love that bitch. I love that bird bitch. Also, I love his voice actor. Like it's perfection. It's literally what I imagined him to sound like. He's just perfection, 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 perfection. The only thing that I'll say about him that I'm just like not mad about, but like in his original designs, the color of his costume was a bit more muted and the patterns on his shirt or like his top area was white, but then they changed it and they like upped the saturation and they turned the white to yellow, and I was just like, it's not bad, like it's not bad at all, it's just, but I did like low-key kind of prefer the other look. I mean, I still love that bitch now. I still love him. I just love the other design just a little bit more. Anyway, I'm just going to thoroughly make sure this is fully blended because we're going to be layering blush on top of this, and we want to make sure everything's nice and smooth and seamless, because once you put a powder on top of a cream, that's it, that shit's not going anywhere. So you want to make sure it's nice and smooth everywhere. Also, I'm just going to take a mini break just to tweeze my eyebrows because ooh, the hair be coming in thick, and normally I don't mind. I feel like it's going to mess up my look, so I'm going to quickly just do this. Okay, so that's done. My eyebrows are nice and clean now. Now it is time to move on to the powder and the blush. So I'm going to start off with my powder, which is the Bobbi Brown Sheer Finish Pressed Powder in the shade Soft Sand. And I'm just going to grab a tiny bit of that and put that underneath my eyes. You don't actually need to powder this concealer a lot. It's just I have like a really deep crease, so I have to just put a little bit under there just to make sure that that doesn't happen. Also going to put a little bit here and a little bit over here because I have like a little spot. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'll just stop the foundation from moving in that area because I don't want that to be happening. So next up, it's time for my favorite part, which is the blush. I have 3 that I'm going to rotate and use. So the first one that I'm going to start off with is the Moonshot blush, and this is the Moonshot Air Blusher in the shade Soft Peony. And I'm going to start off up here and go underneath my eye. I basically want to do the blush like that. Kind of like a W. I'm starting off with a lighter shade of blush because I want to build it up slowly rather than just going ham. Because the last time I did his look, I went a bit too ham and my face did look burnt rather than blushy. So I'm going to build it up slowly. Ooh, I completely forgot. I was actually supposed to do freckles, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do the freckles before this or after this. Basically, I got a new freckle product. Here we go. This is the Freckle Tint by Lottie London. I ordered this online because it's supposed to make doing freckles easier, and I'm not sure if I should do it before or after. I think I'm gonna do it before, because then if it looks weird, I can just go over it with powder. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna take a pause from this blush, but to be honest, this is the amount of blush that I would use normally with this shade, and then I'll go in with a darker shade. So now I'm just gonna grab my Freckle Tint. The first time I did this, I actually did the entire look, then right in the end, I used like a really dark brown eyeshadow and then just dotted it on where I needed it. But since then, I picked this up, so I'm gonna try this, and if it's shit, I will let you know. But yeah, I basically wanna do some freckles around here, and then I'm gonna go in with like his main 4 freckles here afterwards. Oh man, not gonna lie, I'm a little scared in case this goes wrong. Ooh, I feel like I've already messed it up. Oh, it's actually super, super light. Huh. You know what? I'm just gonna put on a few on the other side, and then I think I'm gonna do this later because like it's like really, really faint. So I feel like if I do this right in the end, it'll be fine. Yeah, let's go ahead with that idea. So we're going back to blush. So now that we've done that blush, I'm going to go in with the Etude House Lovely Cookie Blusher in the shade Grapefruit Pudding. It's a lovely corally pink. I'm going to focus that right up here first. I want to keep it kind of light in this section. I'm putting it really, really high on my face because I've noticed when I put blush low on my face, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work as well for me, for like, I don't know, my face shape, I guess. So I just pack it real high. Now I'm going to put a little bit just on the bridge of my nose. That, just blend it out. If it ever looks like too much, I'm literally just going to go back with my foundation brush and just go over it. That's how I blend it out when I've made mistakes. On camera it's looking so chill. In person it's a lot more in your face. Oh, it looks really cute in person. Okay, next up I'm gonna go with my darkest blush, which is the Samul brush? Samul blush, and this is in the shade RD01. It is much more popping than the rest of them, so I'm just going to grab a little bit because I don't want to add too much. And I'm just going to do the same thing. Pop it up here, here, put it on the nose, and then I'm going to blend that out. If I was doing like the hero costume version of him, I probably wouldn't put on this much blush, but since we're going for the baby version, I thought this much blush seems appropriate. So now I'm going to go in with my lovely cookie blusher, the medium shade one that I have from all these blushes. And I'm going to put a little bit on my chin and some around this area, just to warm up the face, just so this blush doesn't seem like on its own. More with it. That's looking cute. Ooh, I do like. Anyway, now it's time for the highlighter. It's time for the highlighter. I'm having a brain fart. So I'll be using the Bobbi Brown highlighter in the shade Sunset Glow. It's a lovely shimmery pink shade. I thought I'd go for pink since we're going with the hella blush look. I'll put it right on the top here, a little bit on the tip of the nose and the cupid's bow, a little bit under my brow and above my brow. I'm also going to put a little bit like right here, so when the light catches it, it'll look real cute, although I'm not sure if the light's catching it here, but trust me, little hack, put a little bit right down the top of your nose. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and try and do the freckles. Hopefully it works out right. If not, I might have to start again. I really don't want to, but I might have to. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like this is disappearing into nothing. So the freckles are working. They're just very, very light. Now for the main freckles, I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going to do them much larger, and I'm basically going to put one here, 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 and here, and same on the other side. Okay, I've dabbed it off because whew, that was a mistake. And I'm going to go with my original method. I'm going to go in and use a brow pencil. This is the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and I'm just going to put on the dots with that and pray for the best. You know what? I think that's the best I'm going to manage to do. Sometimes the freckles come out great and sometimes they come out subpar. Today, I feel like it's okay. But anyway, now that that is done, it's time to move on to the eyes, and then we'll do the lips right at the very end. So first up, we're going to start off by priming the eyes, and I'm using the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base in the shade Medium. I'm just putting a little bit of that on my eyes, and then I'm going to just blend that out using a finger. So for my eyeshadow, we're keeping it really neutral, so I'll be grabbing the Dose of Colours Friendcation palette. I'll be getting a little bit of this shade and a little bit of this shade and just putting that all over my lid. So I'm starting off with the lighter shade and packing that on. And then once I've done that, I'm just gonna blend it out. And now that's done, I'm gonna grab this darker shade right here. I'm gonna put it on the ends and sweep it upwards like that. I'm kind of leaving this area bare. Now that's done, I'm going to grab the darker shade once again on a different brush, and I'm going to put it just underneath my eye. And now it's time for some eyeliner, so I'm just grabbing the Heron Make Smooth Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Black. I'm going to start in the middle of my eye, work my way out, and give myself a little bit of a baby wing. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit of definition. So it looks like this. I actually brought the eyeliner a little bit more towards the inside as well, but I kept it really thin because I'm putting on lashes and I want it to look seamless, but that is the kind of eyeliner we are going for. Before I do the rest of the eye, I'm actually going to put in my contact lenses, and the ones that I have are the EOS New Adult Green lenses. Okay, now I'm gonna tightline my upper eyelid. My upper eyelid? Yes, my upper inner eyelid with a black eyeliner, and the one that I'm using is a McQueen New York Waterproof Pencil Gel Liner. I'm also going to put on some eyeliner onto my lower waterline, and I'll be using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk. I'm using a white colour because I want my eyes to seem really big and poppin'. And now she is awake, she is alive, she is ready. But yeah, before I forget, it's time for a little bit of inner corner highlight, and I'll be grabbing my Pat McGrath Labs Mothership palette in the shade 6, in the palette 6, and I'll be grabbing this shade right here and putting it in my inner corners. And now we have a nice little sparkle and pop to our eyes. Now to finish off the eyes, we're going to go in with some mascara and put on some lashes. So for my mascara, I'll be using the Heroin Make Volume and Curl Mascara in black. And then for my lashes, I just have these really fluffy 3D foam ink lashes from Yes Style. It literally just says 3D foam ink lashes, and that's all. And that is the eyes complete. I am really happy with how they came out. Next up, we're on to brows, and honestly for the brows, I was a little conflicted. Like, do I go for green to match his hair, or do I go for black because his eyebrows in the anime are black? But they could be black because they're just so thin. Like, there doesn't seem any point to like color them into green when they're so thin. So I'm a little confused, but I think I'm gonna go with black. Yeah, I'm gonna go with black. And hopefully it's fine. Hopefully you guys like it, and if you don't, then y'all can always do green yourself. But yeah, for my brows, I'll be using the NARS Brow Perfector in the shade Dark Brown Cool. And now that the brows are done, we are finally moving on to the last and final step for the makeup, which is the lips. So first up, I'm going to put on the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Prague. And I'm just going to put that all over my lips and blend out with my finger. And now that's done, we're going to add a little bit more colour in the centre. And I'll be using the Fenty Beauty Stunner Lip Paint in the shade Unlocked. It's a very bright hot pink. And I'm basically going to get that and put that in the centre of my lips and literally use a tiny, tiny bit. Like that. And I like using a liquid lipstick for this step because this will just stay in place all day. And there we have it, guys. That is this finished makeup look. I honestly love it. It's such a freaking cute look. Like, ooh, even with like these very obvious like fake freckles, I think it looks really, really cute. But yeah, now that makeup is done, it's time for the hijab tutorial. So the first time that I cosplayed as him, I actually did this hijab style, but I just changed the clips to like match his uniform. But today I want to challenge myself to try and achieve his hairstyle to the best of my ability with hijab. So let's see how that goes. And for this hijab tutorial, you literally just need a green scarf, of course, or whatever color scarf you're doing for whatever character you're doing. You'll also need an underscarf to keep everything nice and in place, and a whole bunch of pins. The pins I've been using recently have been these type of pins. You guys can barely see them. They're basically sewing pins. They're really, really small. And I feel like they work best for looks like this because that way you can hide the pins rather than making them really obvious so you can see them. But anyway, I'm going to start off with the hijab on my head, like so. And I make sure that both sides are equal. And then I'm going to get the hijab around my head, flick it to the back, like so. And we're going to bring the right to the left and the left to the right. So this there and that there. Just a good old switch-a-roo. And now I'm going to get the hijab and bring it over. Oh no, I have blush on this. Oh dear. Okay, we're going to try and cover that. I'm going to bring it over to here. And I am just going to put one big fat safety pin right here, just to keep it in place. You can use anything, I'm just using safety pin because that's a closer thing to me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my hijab, and if you fold your hijab in half, you want to separate it because we want to work with as much fabric as possible. And literally all you're going to do is you're going to grab fabric, you're going to pinch it, you're going to twist it slightly, and you're going to pin it down like that. So you're going to grab, pinch, and twist, and pin down. So we have like this little messy effect going on. And now that we've done that, we're going to grab this side and we're going to bring it round the back. We can take this pin out and we're going to pin this piece of fabric right up here. Now if you want, you could make these ruffles all the way around. It's completely up to you. But honestly, you don't really have to. Like, it's still, as long as you make the back look neat, it looks fine. So now I'm going to do the same thing all across here. I'm going to separate the scarf so we have more material to work with. And I'm just going to get to ruffling. A little questionable for cosplay, it's fine. Remember that massive pin we put at the back? We're just going to take that out and we're going to replace that with a smaller pin just to keep that in place. Now that I know most of it's secure, I'm actually going to take out some of these pins so it's less bunchy because his hair isn't that curly, it's a bit wavy. So I'm going to release some of the pins so it kind of falls like this. It kind of looks like a shell loofah, but it kind of also works because, I mean, he looks like a little piece of broccoli. And I look like a little piece of broccoli, so I feel like I've done it right. I think if this hijab was like an ombre hijab where like this bottom part was black, it would be perfection. But I wouldn't know how to dye a hijab like that. I feel like I have to dye it whilst it's on my head. Unless I make this into a mold, so it's kind of like a wig. But then I'm just like, why don't I just wear a wig? So maybe we should just leave it like this. But yeah, that's his whole look. If you want to know what the back looks like, this is what it looks like. The flatter your bun, the flatter this area will be. And obviously if you want to add the ruffles there, you can do that as well. But personally, I feel like this does the trick. But of course, you could always add more at the back if you feel like you need to. But yeah, I'm still practicing when it comes to like all these extravagant hijab styles. So this may not be perfect, but I will say it is secure. This is not going anywhere. I have so many pins in here, it is staying. But yeah guys, that is this whole look. Honestly, I'm kind of loving it. I mean, low-key shower loofah vibes, but at the same time I'm like, it's cute. But yeah guys, that brings us to the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe and hit that notification bell button. And don't forget, you guys can follow me on social media at saima_smiles, like for Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. But yeah guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's helped you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!